The way you talk to yourself matters more than you think. Your brain is always listening, collecting evidence, and shaping what feels possible based on the words you use. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, it's time to stop saying it to yourself. Hi, I'm Coach Tony, and this is Ask Coach Tony. These are unfiltered field notes from the goal-crushing life. Coaching wins, personal breakthroughs, and the failures that taught both me and my clients the most. All real, all useful, all here to help you move forward. Got a goal that's dying of loneliness? Just ask Coach Tony. Before we dive in, here's a groan-worthy dad joke as a little palate cleanser. I promise it will be worth every penny you paid for it. I hired a handyman and gave him a list of 6 projects I needed done. When I got home, only items 1, 3, and 5 were done. Turns out, he only does odd jobs. Want to know a secret about me? I'm always listening to the way people talk about themselves. Not in a creepy way, in a coach way. And I hear some absolute doozies. I'm such an idiot. I'm old and tired. I'm not a good leader. I could never do that. Nobody wants to see my out-of-shape body. These aren't jokes. They aren't harmless throwaway comments. They're beliefs hiding in plain sight. And every time someone says one of these things out loud, a part of me flinches. It makes me sad to hear these things, but it's also dangerous because I'm not the only one listening. Your brain is listening too. And when it hears those words, it doesn't treat them like jokes or throwaway comments. Your brain trusts you. When you speak, it treats your words like instructions, commands, direction. Most people don't realize how literal this process is. You are constantly programming your brain with the language you use, whether you mean to or not. That's because of a small but powerful part of your brain called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Think of your RAS as your brain's bouncer. Its job is to decide what gets your attention and what gets ignored. When something passes through the RAS, your brain tags it as important and starts looking for it everywhere, even when you're not consciously thinking about it. You've experienced this before. A while back, I decided it might be time for a new car. I started casually thinking about buying another Subaru. And suddenly, Subarus were everywhere. Stoplights, parking lots, on the highway. There wasn't a sudden explosion of Subarus on the road. I had just told my brain they mattered. My RAS let that idea in and started collecting evidence to support it. Boom! It's raining Subarus. My Subaru example is harmless. Now imagine giving your brain a different command, something like, I'm so stupid. Guess what your brain starts collecting evidence for? Yeah, not ideal. Your brain hears that statement, believes you, and immediately gets to work trying to prove it right. That's why negative self-talk is such a dangerous downward spiral. One careless comment turns into evidence. Evidence turns into belief, and belief quietly becomes identity. But this is also why positive self-talk is powerful. You can flip the script and reprogram your brain to be an ally instead of a critic. By giving your brain a different set of instructions, you can point your reticular activating system in a better direction. Positive self-talk, often called affirmations, isn't woo-woo junk or fake optimism. It's neuroscience. It's how you control what matters to your brain and what gets reinforced. And the best part is it doesn't require a personality transplant or blind positivity. It starts with a couple of simple steps. Here are 2 you can try today. The first step in turning your RAS into an ally is telling it what matters most. That directs your brain's focus to where you want it to actually go. This step is surprisingly simple. You set one clear goal because if everything is a priority, nothing is. And then you write it down and keep it visible. Your RAS will stay locked in on it. That's it. Simply reminding your brain of what matters most keeps it focused. Your brain will continue looking for ways to move you toward that goal even when you're not actively thinking about it. And if you don't have a clear goal yet, my Project Manager Life Starter Kit is designed to help you create one that actually fits your life before you try to focus on it. Once your brain is focused on your goal, it's time to watch for obstacles. They're out there, and many of them come from your own self-talk. Pay attention to the negative things you say about yourself, especially statements that start with phrases like, I am, I'm just, I can't. Make a note of each one, literally, pen to paper. Once you have a list, rewrite each statement into its positive opposite. Then read those affirmations out loud once a day for 21 days. Yes, it will feel a little weird. That's normal. What you're doing is interrupting old patterns and deliberately installing new beliefs. Over time, those rewritten statements stop feeling forced and start feeling true. Your brain can be a powerful ally in crushing your goals, or it can quietly get in your way. The difference comes down to the messages you feed it. When you're intentional with your self-talk, your brain starts working with you instead of against you. But that requires paying attention to the negative things you say about yourself, because your brain is always listening, and it believes what you tell it. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, it's time to stop saying it to yourself. Goal crushing is a team sport, and I'd be honored to have you join my free Goal Crusher community team. When you join the community, you'll get weekly support, real conversations, and exclusive resources you won't find anywhere else. I'll send you my complete Project Manager Live goal crushing system free just for joining. Get started at operationmelt.com/start.